Some pundits thought tonight was going to be a shootout in the wild, wild west. I mean, you got to think about it. Tua Tagovailoa, he led the league in passing last year. Tyreek Hill, the only receiver to ever go back-to-back seasons with 1,700 yards. Jalen Waddle, 1,000 yards every single year that he has played in this league. You got Jonnu Smith, you got Devon Achane, you got Raheem Mostert, and that's just on the Dolphins side of the ball. On the other side of the ball for the LA Rams, Matthew Stafford, Puka Nakua. You also have Cooper Kupp. You got all these weapons. It could be a high-scoring game. Both defenses, they didn't like that. Both defenses played pretty good. Hence the score, 23-15. But the Dolphins defense was just beautiful tonight, allowing just field goals. And at times, it seemed like Matthew Stafford just was living to fight another day. Sometimes he threw the ball to nobody, threw the ball into the ground, looked around. Oh, man, no huge plays. Nobody got behind the defense. It was a defensive battle. And you know what? That's kind of the MO of this Dolphins team, at least for right now. They haven't had the shootout games that we've all thought the Dolphins were going to have this year. Most shootout game we've had, I would say, is the last one we had against Buffalo, 30-27. Other than that, been lower scoring affairs. Now, sometimes it's the opponent. Sometimes it's just the Dolphins not being that competitive because they have their fifth string quarterback. And I know they don't have their fifth string quarterback, but that's the joke that Vlad and I make because they're literally got guys off of other teams' practice squads. If you want to say the Cardinals and the Dolphins 28-27 was a shootout, I don't know. I wouldn't say it was.
Well,
exactly.
whoa. See, this is where it happens. Remember the games when the nasty quarterback the display was happening of quarterback 2, 3, 4. The defense was holding you into games, but you guys couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Right.
So the fact that when Tua did come, when QB1 did come, and you did score 27 points, but you did lose games though.
Yeah, 28.
So right, but the AFC is not what
not as advertised.
Greatly pointed. Greatly pointed out. It's not as advertised. I know firsthand the team that I love stinks. So therefore, when you look at your team and you're thinking, okay, look, as bad as the Dolphins have played, that this win, they're only one game out of the loss column for the final wild card spot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And with the losses that happened this weekend with other teams that were ahead of you, Denver lost, right? Yeah, the Broncos lost.
Yes,
Who else lost? Cincinnati, a team that, that was also there.
What a game.
Indianapolis lost.
Yes.
You start winning games, lo and behold, you look at it, you're in the favorite thing. Listen, there's one thing you want to be in December when they start looking in the playoffs. Meaningful games. But in the NFL, meaningful games are it's called in the hunt. You want to be in that in the hunt section. When you're looking at the playoffs, you want to be in the hunt. If you're not in the division and you don't have any wild card, you're not leading the wild card, you want to be in the hunt. A game within a game or so of being in a wild card spot. That means you still have something to play for. We're at the halfway point of the season. The team is 3-6. They have winnable games coming up. 1 week at a time. Can't take nothing for granted. Because you didn't give yourself the cushion, to suffer a losing streak. You've suffered your losing streak early. You're playing right now. Every game you have to win. One loss really could set you back. So therefore, just stack them up. One win at a time. Don't matter how you win, just win.
Well, I'll say this. The defense plays like it did tonight. You're going to be in the hunt every single game for the rest of the year because that was a great performance. And now it is time for the JM Lexus Player of the Game. At JM Lexus, it's the perfect time to catch the deal you've been waiting for. As the Golden Opportunity sales event continues, don't miss your opportunity to score even more now at JM Lexus. My game ball is going to the man that returned with the visor, one Zach Sealer. How much do I love this guy? Number one, his play on the field says it all. He returns tonight, and the defense all of a sudden looks like the defense it looked like when we needed them to be a really good defense. He was fantastic right away when he comes back. He and Calais Campbell are a dynamic duo. knocking down balls, getting sacks, making a difference, making Matthew Stafford uncomfortable. And you got to love Zach Sealer because, like I said, there was a narrative that he was just piggybacking off of Christian Wilkins. There was a narrative that he's been cut a couple times from the Ravens and he's not that good. He's just big. There's no more narrative of that. Zach Sealer actually probably got him at a discount last year when we signed him. He is the heart and soul of this defense. Calais Campbell's told us all preseason long. He is our leader on defense. He is that guy. He is really good. And now we are seeing it. So proud of Zach Sealer. He and Calais Campbell just bring lunch pails to work every single day. They have not let up a play all season long. Calais Campbell is 38 years old. He's played 17 seasons, was expected to, kind of platoon in and out. He's been nonstop, but I'm giving it to Zach Sealer because his return made an instant difference, and this defense looked absolutely fantastic. Vlad, who is your JM Lexus player of the game?
Calais Campbell.
That's what I'm talking about. See, we're a 1-2 punch. They're a 1-2 punch. Tell me why Calais Campbell is, if I don't already know why he's your JM Lexus player of the game.
From the beginning of the game, man. He set the tone. He deflected balls, got pressure. He got a sack on Matthew Stafford, deflected 2 passes. Just was a leader, certified leader out there, man. He was happy. You saw him smiling, and he's 38 years old,
he's taking jumpers.
Dude, taking jumpers, but he's 38 years old, playing more snaps than we thought he would be playing at this part of the season, and he's still bringing it, and it was infectious, man. It was an infectious feeling, and the team just played. They followed the leader. They followed their leaders. They followed Calais Campbell and Zach Sealer, and the defense had fun. You know what it looked like? It looked like when you meet up with all your friends the first day of school, and you're like, yeah, it was like that. It was like, oh man, Sealer's back. Oh man, we got our boy back, man. Let's have some fun. And they did. They had a good game. Or everybody, all 3 levels.
Lo and behold, your team's starting to gel. The captain of the offense comes back and is playing decent. The captain of the defense comes back and is playing well. Lo and behold, your team starts playing pretty good. Interesting how that works out, Vlad. Interesting how that works out.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, isn't it odd? The Dolphins are playing better now that they've got their captains on both the offense and defense back, and both of those captains are playing well.
Okay, it's 1 week. Let's stack it up.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But is it a coincidence? I think not.
It's not. Let's stack it up. It'll be more and more if it becomes one time. It's just one time.
It gives you hope. It gives you hope.
Well, guess what? When you're on a losing streak, a win is always going to give you hope. It's like I said, it's like, it's like going on an 0 for 38 slump. You just need one.
Hey,
doesn't matter how you get that hit. Just get the hit, whether it's a bunt single or a triple. You just need to get that hit.
I don't want to know how many more games the Dolphins probably should win to make a playoff. All I want to know is if they're going to beat the Raiders next week. It's 1-0 mentality from here on out for me. I can't look any further
They can't take
ahead.
them for granted. They're going to be favored, and everybody's going to expect them to win. I think the crowd, after a win like this, I think it should be packed at Hard Rock Stadium.
Well, they sold out of all the season
but
tickets.
It shouldn't. But I've been at the game, so
you'll be at the game. You'll give us a report for that.
So it should be packed, and then you win. Now you're 4-6, 2 games. Now you're 2 games under 500, 4-6 with 7 games to go. With 7 games to go, and you got games that are winnable, and some of the games that seem like it might be a tougher game is not. But like that 49er home game, it's not a tough game.
They had some problems with the Buccaneers this
right. Like that's what I'm saying. That Texans game on the road is not a difficult game.
They gave away a game against the Lions last night.
After forcing 5 turnovers, they still lost the game.
Matthew Stafford had 4 turnovers going into the game. He had 5 last night. Goodness gracious. But like I said, if this defense plays like they did tonight, they're in every single game because that defense was just nasty and it was super good. And also, let's give some kudos to Chop Robinson. His 2nd sack of the season. He got to Matthew Stafford early. Lo and behold, we live in this age, Vlad, where we want everything instantaneous. We want it now. We want Chop Robinson to come in game 1 against Jacksonville, get 3 sacks and block passes and be the best defensive player because he's our 1st-round pick. We got to remember Jalen Phillips. Remember that first rookie season about midway through? We were like, we drafted nobody. He's not doing anything. And lo and behold, he got his NFL legs under him. He got a little bit of experience, and he got a lot better. We need to give these guys time to adjust to the NFL, and Chop Robinson is doing that.
And you're right, but here's the problem, Cousin. when your team is losing doesn't give you that much time. That time has to speed up quicker because if you're 6-2 and they're slumping, you can make excuses and say they're coming along, they're getting their you see, over the past couple of weeks or 3 weeks, he's picking up the game. If they're 6-2, or I mean, I'm sorry, if they're 6-3, we're like, oh man, can't wait when he finally gets it all together. He's gonna get more snaps. But when you're 3-6, it's gonna be like, oh no, what's going on? We need this first round pick to deliver. What's going on? That's all it is. This is a win and loss. This is a win and loss league, bro. Your record says what you are. And as much as we know they're talented, we know they're good. They lost the games that they could have won or they should have won. They used to win. They didn't. So when you can't, you're looking for all the reasons why. You're looking for anything. What's going on? Who's not performing at the rate that they were? And a lot of guys weren't performing at the rate that they were. They weren't.
Chop Robinson getting his NFL legs under him, though.
Right, but that's the thing. Here's the problem. Chop Robinson's not doing well, but the guy that was picked two selections before him was having impact with the Rams.
Right.
And you saw that.
Yeah,
and you saw that firsthand experience today. Jared Verse could have been a Dolphin if the Rams didn't get him 2 selections ahead. Mm-hmm. And then you look at the selections the Rams have made over the last 3 years.
They were showing the draft, man.
Right.
God, they got a department over there, man.
Right. They're getting guys late in rounds, undrafted free agents, while the Dolphins Dolphins could be using, if they drafted well or we're getting good, signing undrafted free agents that could add depth to this team, because that's the thing. The team is very top heavy.
Not too much shade. Cam Smith did not look great again tonight. Didn't look terrible, but did not look good again tonight. And even Troy Aikman and them were like, they should go after him. It's like, okay, hey.
Oh, what about when what's his name got hurt? When
Kader was it?
No. Fuller. The minute Fuller got hurt,
Kid
they went
Fuller.
after what's his name? The safety, 35, Silva. Is that his name? I forgot. They converted like a 24-yard play. They got him out immediately.
Ain't no shame in this league, man.
Man, they looking for your weakness, man. They looking for any weakness, man. Oh, you're new? You're coming in right now?
Kader Kuhu had the funnier moment of the night where he kind of got into it and he got a wet willy from
that was dude.
Cameras caught it big time too. It was like, it wasn't even like, oh, in the corner of the screen. Kader Kuhu was talking noise to everybody, and they put one of the players put up. I want to say it was
Rams Neal. I think it was Neal. His name was Neal. Saran Neal was when
Saran Neal got that's when they got cooked.
That's when I got cooked by when Fuller got hurt.
He was actually played with Buffalo for a while.
I know, Saran Neal. But dude, that was hysterical. Kyron Williams
put that
wet willy in his ear. I came into, I was like, because what we did, we decided to watch the game from 2 different rooms so we didn't have to share our opinions. So we waited for the post game. But when I saw it out, I came to was like, now you're getting Willie. Now they getting Willie. Now they getting Willie. Nah, that's enough.
Sportsmanlike.
No, I would have thought it. Listen, you can't get Willie on national TV.
You can't do that. That's got to be unsportsmanlike.
No, that's a man. Come on, man. That's a man.
That's showing someone up, and
he's got a family.
That's directly showing someone.
You can't wet Willie anymore.
Throw the flag. Yeah, come on.
No, you can't be wet Willie anymore.
That stuff could have happened right
I'm disgusted by that.
And then Bobby Brown for the Rams. I love that name, Bobby Brown.
By the way, every time Bobby Brown did a great play, I was like, well, it's his prerogative.
Yeah, really. Yeah. And
but then he did that personal foul. I was like, oh, Bobby, why are you so cruel?
So Liam Eichenberg did kind of dirty punch Bobby Brown.
But Bobby got cruel.
Bobby turned around. Yeah, Bobby got cruel.
Got cruel. You shouldn't be cruel. Don't be.
He headbutted Liam Eichenberg, and Liam Eichenberg, of course.
Oh, he sold it.
Oh
man, he got headbutted by Jacob Fatu.
I thought he had whiplash, man. But great Jimmy Snuka, man.
Oh man, like Haku just headbutted him. He just went down.
Every time they said Bobby Brown, I kept waiting, hoping, praying, just some way
they would be like
Bobby Brown the third, son of.
Oh, bro. Dude, I'm like, damn, there's a lot of Bobby Browns. Like, they must really love that name because I know it ain't Bobby Brown from New Edition.
New Edition and solo Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston.
You know,
but I like that. That guy Bobby Brown was good too. I'm not talking about
this. No, there was a lot. The Rams have a lot of great talent. The 2 players from Florida State first, and I think Frisk.
Yeah.
What's his name? Rose Bloom. You said?
Yes, Rose Boom.
Rose Boom.
That's a cool name. Rozeboom. Rose Boom.
Rose Boom. Sounds like a linebacker.
Long brown hair.
Yeah, they had, but the Dolphins were able to move the ball when they needed to. and they capitalized on the mistakes, and the special teams was there, and the defense was there, and it was a good 23-15 victory.
Chop Robinson's got his new sack celebration too.
What is that? The hammer?
He did the chop.
Oh, that's a chop. That just looks. That don't look like a chop.
That was a chop. So
It
we got
just-
the waddle. We got the chop.
Oh, jeez.
Calais Campbell's hitting fading jump step back threes.
I don't want to hit 6'8" ass fading away.
Zach Steeler does some weird celebrations. It's just like you're like a bear, man. Just do what you do, man. Look, I'm happy for you. Do your thing, man.
He's a bear.
It really is, man.
He's
He's
a bear.
a bear. You know what I mean? That right there. Time for the